Hello, Psych213 students. This video is going to give you an orientation to the course because in this rare time, this is a flex course. And what that means is we will have campus meetings, but all of the content is online, available in Canvas. That means you can complete the course without ever setting foot on campus. We will have class meetings. What will we do in those class meetings? That's a great question. We're going to cover additional examples. So like on the first day, I'll show you pictures of examples in our class, Tank, Shady, and get you oriented to them. You can ask questions in class about the material. We'll do some demonstrations. We'll just do some things that basically will support your learning of the course content. Now, if you are remote, you'll be able to zoom into those class meetings, and I'll show you when I give you a little overview here how you would actually do that. But first, let me talk about the course and the course structure. Well, that's a course structure, but where you can go. So this is your Canvas page. There's a lot of menus over here. So first thing we're going to do is talk about the syllabus. So you can go to the syllabus, and here you'll see a list of where everything is due. There's a lot of stuff there. Don't panic. I have it organized, and it looks more than it really is. A lot of these are very low stakes assignments. But it shows you that a lot of things are due on Sunday. So the way this class is set up is it's set up by week, and things will be due at 11:59 p.m. on that Sunday before the next week begins. So you can get into the nice habit of that. Everything's listed in the syllabus. You can click this here and download it, and I encourage you to do so. I'm going to pop over to the Files tab and open it up because it'll open up in my browser a little bit easier. And just highlight a few things for you on the syllabus. So I encourage you to read this. I know a lot of times you don't want to read this, but read it. There's a lot of good information in here. You might be wondering about textbooks and things. So the only text that you have to get is Joshua Foer's book, Moonwalking with Einstein. It's very inexpensive. You can get used copies. It should be easy to find. And we'll be reading that, and you'll be doing each chapter you'll sort of answer some questions about that reading. The other required readings are in Canvas, so there's like 5 articles that you'll be reading and reflecting on. These are available in Canvas. Now, I don't use a textbook. I don't teach from the textbook. The exams in this course will be open notes. They'll come from your notes that you take from the lectures or from being in class. But sometimes students want a text. So if you get a text, this is actually a pretty good textbook that covers learning and memory. It covers the learning stuff from the animal sort of world, and it also covers the human memory. This class is really a highlights class where I have part of the animal stuff and a lot of the human stuff. There's good textbooks on each. It's hard to find a good textbook that blends both, but Terry has a decent book. So if you want to get that, you could check one out from the library. You could find an older edition, whatever suits you. So I mentioned some of the assignments. So if you scroll down, you'll see the assignments. So you do have several exams. They're all online, and you'll be able to use your notes. There's a multiple choice portion for all of the exams except exam 3. And then the other, of course, is essay questions that you'll be asked to answer. We'll also, after you, so the lecture content is in these videos online. You'll be able to watch those videos. And then there's a little short quiz that goes with each video just to make sure you're taking notes and paying attention. We have the 5 reading reflections that I mentioned. You're going to read Foer's book and take some quizzes on that. So that makes up a portion of your grade. Now, after each lecture, essentially like after we finish a content of a lecture, you'll reflect on that lecture. So, and I'll show you where you do that in a little bit, but you'll contribute to a Canvas discussion essentially. If you do it, you get credit for it. And 13 out of 16, so there's 16 opportunities. I give you 2 freebies to sort of miss. And then the other thing that we're going to be doing in this course is learning how to train our memory. So we'll talk more about this as the semester unfolds. And I want you to train yourself, train your memory, and then I'm going to give you a situation or a sample test where you can sort of demonstrate your memory abilities. And because this is some work spread out, I give you a little bit of credit for that towards your grade. Again, if you do it, you get credit for it, and you'll be able to do it at your own convenience because this is all online as well. So read the rest of the syllabus. There's a lot of good information there for you. Also, if you scroll down, you'll see our weekly class activities that are planned, the modules, so it's organized by week, things that are due, etc. There's a much better view So better view to see this. I have it set up in the class in modules. So you're going to click on modules and you'll see everything organized by week. So this is the introductory week, and then we have week 1, week 2. So you know what's due that particular week, and you can just march through this module. It's really nice. So I'll give you an example or overview of this. So if you click on the first item in here, it's going to give you a description of what's happening that week and everything that's due that week. It also gives you, we're watching lots of videos, so it gives you an idea of what kind of time you need to invest in this. So like when you're going to watch lecture 1, you're going to need 20 to 30 minutes or so to watch that. And you have these other example videos that will be interspersed. Like here we have this habituation video. It's very short, but it's a good supplement to the lecture. Now I can't incorporate those videos into my videos because I don't own them, so I have links to them. If you do ever come across a link that's broken, please let me know, because sometimes people change the rights on YouTube, and a link that was once active isn't always active. So let me know if that happens, and I'll find it or fix it or figure something out. Now, after you watch, so essentially what you're going to do, the format is like you're going to download the slides, and I'm going to march through this for you. You'll watch the video. You'll then take a little short quiz to demonstrate that you've watched the video, and then you'll contribute to your Canvas discussion to reflect on that particular lecture. That's the basic format for this class for each week. And some weeks you have multiple lectures, but that's the basic format. So the way you can march through the module is you just click next each time, which is kind of nice, and then you get the first thing. Here's the outline, so you should download the outlines. These are the outlines for all your lectures that use them to organize your notes. And yes, you should be taking notes as you're watching the video. This will make your exam performance a lot easier. It'll be easier on you, and also you'll do much better on the exams if you take good notes. It also helps you learn, so I want you to take notes while you're watching the videos. Also, you can take notes and bring your questions to class, and I can help clarify things that are confusing. So that would be downloading those. Now this is a link that takes you to that first lecture video, and if you click it, you're going to be taken to a YouTube site. So I put all of these on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel if you want and see all of them that are there. We're not going to play this right now, but you can have that open and you can watch your video full screen, however you want to, and take your notes on it. Now sometimes there's examples, and so you can sometimes pause that video and then open up the example video to sort of keep that going, and then go back to that video. That happens at various points in time. So I'll fix that link or figure it out here. Actually, when I sign in, it's fine, but I'll figure that out. So that's a good example of like a broken link or something like that. If you have problems with that, let me know. So you can just march through those videos, and then when you get to the end, when you've watched all the videos, you'll be taken to the quiz. You can complete the quiz, and then when you want to contribute to the lecture, when you want to contribute to the discussion, you just click to the end, and you'll be taken to that end for the reflection discussion. So essentially for this, each time you're going to be asked what's the most interesting, what's the most important. So you're just reflecting on what you learned in the video, and then you're going to ask a question or answer somebody else's question about the material. So as people post, you'll see the posts come up, and if you want to answer somebody else's question, then you go right ahead, and that counts for this part 3 item here. I'll go through and look at all your questions and try to answer as many as I can. Last time I was able to answer all of them, but I'll do that as time allows. So that's the basic idea. Now, a couple other things to point out for you. If you want to see all of the discussions, click on the discussions. And the first one that I have is particularly important. If you need help with something. So if you need help, just click here, post here whenever you need help, whenever you have a crisis. I know it can be hard to find something, or maybe you're confused. Post here, I'll respond. Also, you should subscribe to this so that you can see other people's postings. And also, you might be able to answer the student's question. And if you want to go there and help them out to solve their crisis before I can get there, that would be great as well. So that's an important thing. And then all of the other discussions, all of the other reflections, Canvas discussions are already here, populated, waiting for your comments. So that's an important piece. The other thing is you can zoom in for remote class meetings. And so click on the Zoom link. I'm going to schedule all of the Zoom meetings here, and we'll record them, and they'll be dumped here in the cloud recordings. I know a lot of your classes will be doing this. So if you can't make the class but you want to see the recording, it will be here under this Zoom tab. I'll also schedule all the meetings here so that you can easily find them when you need to zoom in for remote class meetings. Now, a couple other things, grades, you know what that is. Files, if you do want to get to the individual files, you can. There's some supplemental readings, but they're linked through the modules. And the study aids don't really apply when it's an online course. It applied more when the exams were in class. All your readings are here, but they're also linked through the modules. All your reading reflections are done in Canvas quizzes. Let me go back to the modules and I'll quickly show you that. So what you will do is read the document, and then so let's give you an example like the Garcia and Colling. You'll read the document and then complete the Canvas quiz. So, actually, I'll fix this for you, but I'll put a link in here that has the individual article. You'll read it, and then you'll actually just do the quiz right there in Canvas. So that's what we're doing. Let me know if anything's broken, missing, whatever. You can use that help discussion, or I would encourage you to email me directly with my email. That's better than the Canvas conversation tool, which is hard to read.